Now, once in a while a movie comes out which reminds me why I'm so passionate about film, and this is absolutely one of those movies, because my god, this movie is amazing. Blade Runner 2049. So Blade Runner 2049 is a sequel to the 1982 film Blade Runner, of which, if you've seen, isn't that great? If you haven't seen the first Blade Runner, I do recommend watching the final cut rather than the original cut, because the final cut, in my opinion, is the best. And because the trailer for this film reveals basically nothing about what the plot is about, I'm going to try very carefully just to give you a small synopsis so you know what you're going in for, but other than that, I'm going to try and give nothing else away, because this movie definitely needs to be seen knowing virtually nothing. If you haven't actually seen the trailer for this film, don't watch it. Just go in with blind eyes and just open yourself up to this world that you're about to see unfold on screen. What this movie is basically about is Ryan Gosling plays the character of Kay, who is an LAPD Blade Runner, tasked with hunting down illegal replicants. A certain case is uncovered which has him pulling on strings, uncovering more secrets, which basically leads him to question everything he has come to know in this world. And that is all I'm going to say about the plot of this film, because I don't want to reveal anything else for you guys, because this movie is absolutely stunning and without a doubt is one of the best movies of the year. In my personal opinion anyway, I loved this film. This movie was absolutely gorgeous. The sound design, the soundtrack, the cinematography were all spectacular. Ever since Denis Villeneuve came into the spotlight with Prisoners, I have constantly been impressed by his movies. Not one of his movies have I hated. And this movie, I believe, definitely cements him as one of the best directors working in the industry today. The way he crafts this film, the way he sets up the shots and tells this story is just masterful. You can tell that this guy is a fan of the original Blade Runner and pays homage to that whilst also bringing his own look into the universe. What makes it even better is it's its own standalone film. It's not trying to set itself up for another sequel or to expand a universe. It's purely here to be a sequel to the original and be its own film in the process. No need to set up anything else, just tell its story that it wants to be told. And the acting in this movie as well is absolutely outstanding. Ryan Gosling is one of the best performances I've seen from him. I've never actually hated a performance of his, but I absolutely adored him in this film. Harrison Ford returns as Rick Deckard, who gives one of the best performances I've seen from him in years. And can we just give it to him? This guy's in great shape. He can kick ass in this movie. Jared Leto plays the villain in this movie as well, who I thought was great. He has a god complex about him, which makes him a very compelling villain. There is also a love interest in this movie between Ryan Gosling's character and another character, which I won't go into detail about, but I did feel like it was really good in this film, unlike the Rick Deckard-Rachel relationship that we got in the first Blade Runner film. The relationship in the first movie I felt was a little bit forced, but the one in this movie I thought was great, and it makes for some very emotional moments in the film. And just like what the first movie did, it did a great job of actually questioning humanity, what makes us human. I loved virtually everything about this film. The only issues I have are a few minor issues. The first one being about the pacing being really slow. But I feel like the pacing needs to be this slow to tell the story that it wants to tell. This movie is 2 hours 40 minutes long, and I didn't feel like it was that at all, because I was just sucked into this world to the point where it ended, I was just left in awe, staring at the screen. Well, for about a minute, because I really needed a wee as well, so I had to get up and get out, but for that minute I was in awe at what I had just seen. Another small issue I have with the movie, which I can overlook because the grand scale of this film is absolutely phenomenal, but there are some moments in this film where they remind you of what happened in the past, either through flashbacks or through playing some audio. And although only a minor issue and they're basically to help the audience piece things together, I don't feel like we needed that much help. Because we've pieced it together straight away rather than left a few questions unanswered, it doesn't want to pull us back more to answer those questions in a second viewing. It answers it all for us then and there. But other than that, guys, this movie is absolutely phenomenal. I loved every minute of this film. The acting is absolutely flawless by everyone involved. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. This is without a doubt one of the best looking movies I have ever seen in my entire life. The sound design is incredible, the soundtrack is spectacular, and Denis Villeneuve has definitely stapled his name as one of the greatest directors working today. I feel like this movie will inspire so many people to become filmmakers just from the way it looks, from the cinematography, from the directing. Everything about this movie is just masterful. If you didn't like the first Blade Runner movie, I don't feel like you're going to like this one, but if, like me, you'll love the first Blade Runner, or at least like the first Blade Runner, I feel like you'll have a great time with this one. I absolutely loved it. It's one of the best films of the year, and so for all of that, I'm going to give Blade Runner 2049 5 stars. So, Blade Runner 2049, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks as always for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.